In my last video, I took you through periodization. I talked of the division of the macrocycle, the mesocycle, the microcycle, and the biocycle. Today, I'm going to venture into a topic and a concept that people are not really aware of, or some people confuse, or some people are aware of, but don't know how to effectively train it. It's called tactical periodization. As periodization as a concept, I said it was developed in 1950s, but tactical periodization is specifically for the football training methodology. Is a tactical periodization is a process of training that is successful and has provided unrivaled success with the following benefits. Number one, with tactical periodization, the players are familiar with the habits that they're supposed and the duties and roles and habits that they're supposed to do on the field of play. Number two, the players are familiar with the four phases of play and what they're supposed to do in each and every phase of play. Number three, the system of the training of training position, it incorporates both the technique, the physique, and the mental and the technical part of it. All these three are encrypted and encrypted in one form of ball called tactics. So, tactical periodization is a training methodology that was developed by a professor in Portugal, Professor Vitor Farde. It's a Portuguese style of training that Portuguese coaches have adopted. And as a Kenyan, I've decided to take technical pronunciation because it has also worked wonders on my side. So, what is technical pronunciation? Technical pronunciation majorly is a concept that as a coach, you must be aware of one, the style of play you want to play as a coach, the philosophy, the club ambition, and the players available. All these form one thing called the game model of play. So, as a coach, let's say you have taken over a team that culture, a style of play and culture is a position-based team, and the style of play you want to play a formation of a 3-5-2 formation, for instance. So, in material position, in prison now, the prison week of the now I'm going to venture into the macro cycle called the preparation macro cycle or the prison macro cycle. This is a macro cycle, as I said earlier, it is 6 weeks plan. There's 6 periods. So in this macro cycle, I'm going to break it down into mesocycles and meso microcycles. So this team, the first concept as a coach, I'm going to talk about by 352 how I'm going to attack it. The first principle, the four phases. One, attacking organization. In attacking organization, I'm going to talk about my build up. Clearly, how I'm supposed to build up in my own half and how am I supposed to build up in the opponent's half when creating chances to score. Number two, I'll talk about the 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 defensive transition. The defensive transition is how my team is going to play the opponent's half, the recovery line, and in my own half, the recovery speed. How my team's behavior will be. Is it a low block, high block, etc. And number three, I will talk about the defensive organization. Now, this is the time that my team has already adopted the defensive shape. It's a difference between the defensive organization, defensive transition, and defensive organization. Because in defensive transition, my team is moving towards, scrambling towards the defending organization. And here the team now has achieved the defensive organization. And finally, the fourth phase, I'll talk about my attacking transition. How my team also moves from the defensive organization to attacking transition. And the fifth phase of play is set piece. But I'll venture most in the four phases because the technical position is built under those principles. So in technical periodization, we talk about the principles, sub principles, and sub principles. So let's say I, as Coach Rexley, I'm talking about the 3-5-1-3-5-2 formation. Formation is called 1-3-5-2, but I'm looking about how I'm going to build up. I'm going to build up with a four, with three center backs plus one goalkeeper. My build up formation is four, the four. And the second line in my own half is a line of four, the wing back. left wing back, right, and the two defensive midfielders, and the two defensive midfielders. And then the opponent's half is supposed to be a line of three, the two attackers plus the number 10. So in my in my first microcycle, in my first microcycle, I'll be working on my with my attacking organization, whereby I'll be working on my builder and get to score. So I'll be building up the 3+1 goalkeeper, building up, starting this ball, trying to move the ball without the opponent's pressure, without any pressure, without any necessary structure. You just start simply by just building up the ball, ensuring that everybody is playing according to the plan, highlighting the plan effectively, building up with the four, handing over to the four, and playing to the three. That is the lines. The on half build up, the opponent's half build up. So I'll be working step by step with the keeper, the right-sided defender, the centre back, left centre back, and the left wing back, creating angles, safety, simple passes, trying to press this team forward, trying to fill this ball. It is the methodological planning. So on Monday, my cycle on Monday, I'll be working on build up in my own half. The first line of four. So I'll work with the first line of four. I start with the warm up. I work with the line of four, develop them without pressure, and then introduce opponents. Introduce one striker to pressure, two strikers, three strikers, until you successfully achieve the first line. The first line. On Tuesday, I'll go to work with the second line. The second line is the line of four. The wing back, the two center defensive midfielders, and the right wing back also. Also the same. Start without pressure, progress with one pressure, progress with two until it becomes 1v1 all over. And then on Wednesday, I'll work on the opponent's line of pressure. How am I going to get chances to score? So it's a logical steps. And then on Thursday, I'll work on the simulation of the whole team structure from the first line of build up to the second line to the third line. And then introduce pressure 11v3, 11v6, 11v8, 11v9, gradual, increasing the difficulty, the challenges, increasing the challenges. And keep in mind that my periodization is in the first weeks is about speed preparatory form, and the game format is 11v11 to 8v8. So it's about the procedure. So I'll be within the level of 11 to 8v8, working and taking this thing step by step. And on Friday, I will now play a full match of 11v11 with these things in mind, trying to check how my team is building up. On Saturday, I'll rest because the first week of training session on Saturday definitely rest. The second microcycle of the first mesocycle. The second microcycle of the first mesocycle. Here, I'll be working on the attacking, on the defensive transition. Defensive, or in simple words, from attacking, transition from attacking to defending. How I want these players after all the whole team has moved to the opponent's half. How do I want my team to play? Like, I believe that these two attackers plus wing backs, because I want to play high pressure, high block, the pressure will be 1v1 everywhere. So the pressure played 1v1. So my two strikers will attack the two center backs in a back four. The two wing backs will attack the respective fullbacks out wide, and the other 10, the number 10 will go and man mark the number 6, and the rest two midfielders will move into the box to box midfielders. So it's about these three players, this recovery line, the first recovery line. The opponent's half recovery line is about, on Monday I'll work on the recovery line, about the two strikers and wing backs trying to apply pressure. On Tuesday I'll work on the midfield applying pressure. On Wednesday I'll work on the defensive, rest defense, recovery speed. I'll work on recovery speed because in the opponent's half I'll be talking about recovery line. In my own half I'll be talking about recovery speed. So it's about how my team functions. And on Thursday I'll simulate the whole team now. And on Friday I'll apply the 11-11 to 8 principle and apply it effectively. So in the first weeks, And on Saturday, I'll play a match for 45 minutes. So on after 2 weeks, my team is able, the team functions that I'll be looking at, they'll be the attacking and the transition from attacking to defending or defensive transition. So the principle will be attacking in the first macrocycle. The sub principle is those lines I'm talking about, the first, second line, and the second macrocycle. The principle is transition from attacking to defending. That's the main principle. The sub principle is the recovery speed and the recovery line. And on Saturday, I play a match for 45 minutes, looking at those two areas of the game, two phases of the match. I'll look at it. Then I'll start my resting day and recovery day on Sunday. Then I'll start my mesocycle 2, macrocycle 1, meso 2, micro 1. Here I'll be talking about the defending now. The team has adopted the defensive shape. Now on Monday I'll be talking about how I want my team to defend. I'm supposed to defend in high block, a 3-3-4 high block shape. So I'll be working on Cyprian's defensive shape. Look at the rest defense. On Monday, I'll be working with the rest defense. The rest defense. On Tuesday, I'll be working on the secondary defense. That is the midfield line. And on Wednesday, I'll talk about the first line of pressure. The first line of defensive pressure. Or you can work it, or you can take it vice versa. But on Thursday, you shall simulate the whole team now, the ultimate defensive shape. And on Friday, you should introduce. Now, the game has changed. It's from 7v7 to 5v5. So here now you have to be categorical and you have to be objective. Objective in a way that the 4 players is supposed to work with the 2 strikers and the 2 wing backs. And these 4 players and plus this 1 player as a 10, those 5. So on Monday, I'll be working with the 5. The 5v5. Look at how the first line of pressure behaves at 5v5, watching it. And on Tuesday, I'll increase to 6v6. On Wednesday, 7v7. And I'll work with 7v7 until the Friday part of it, until Saturday, and challenge it, and soon I'll play another friendly match with them, almost a little bit of high level match to play for 60 minutes and see how is my team responding on this defensive transition. Look at those 3 phases, starting with attacking to defending, and now defending. Micro 2 of meso 2, I'll be working on the defensive to attacking transition. How defending to attacking it's happening. The defensive to attacking transition phase of defending to attacking. So I'll look at how my team explodes from defense to attack. The transition part of it, from the defending organization to spring to attacking transition. So on Monday, I'll work vividly with the fast breaks now, the counter attack. The first line is the defending shape. This back 3. The back 3 here will be working on the back 3, working on the defending. So this back 3 defending, how they defend and explore. So the counter attack, how they try to build with small passes or simple passes or minimum passes, 1, 2, 3 passes to try to fast break the opposite half. So work with it simultaneously until Friday and play the match on Sunday effectively for like 70 minutes. Because now that my 4 weeks are over with my 4 phases, my team is able to play 70 minutes with these 4 familiar faces. Now these 2 weeks, as I'm getting towards the competition match on week number 6, I'll be working. Now there's a difference. Now since that my team is familiar with what my ideas are, what I'm supposed to do from each and every phase, then it means on week number 5 or meso 3 of micro 1, my 1, it means that now on Monday I'm changing in our attack. On Monday I'm going to work on attacking. I'm working on attacking both from build up to create chances to score. On Tuesday I'll be working on defensive transition. On Wednesday, I'll be working on defensive organization. On Thursday, I'll be working on the attacking transition. On Friday, I'll incorporate set piece into it. Set piece on Friday, and on Saturday, I'll play a friendly match that will clock to closer, taking me closer to 90 minutes now. 80 minutes mark is highly friendly, almost like the match day situation in week 6. So I'll work on those 4 phases now. And week 6 now, I'm going to take micro 2 of meso 3. That's week 6 technically. I'm going to work again on the same principles. I start again with attacking first, and then I go with defensive transition. On Wednesday, I go with attacking with the defensive. Thursday, I go with attacking transition, and on Friday, I go with set piece, both in defending and attacking. Then this team will be much ready for the rest of the next macro 2. It's about now the football problems. Macro 2 is about football problems. What problem will occur on match day from week number 6? Those problems, that's when I'll be repeating and working on it. So, guys, as I conclude, technical periodization, it's a methodological training that incorporates periodization with periods and planning. It is a sequential training that helps the team become familiar with what you as a coach want, you as a coach your philosophy needs, you as a coach requires. And also the team understands what they're supposed to do both in all 4 phases of play. And also it guarantees that this team is familiar with the habits. You create some connection and habits according to how the team functions properly. It's a seamless way at every position, regardless of what your philosophy is. If you understand tactical periodization, then you are eligible for you to be successful as a coach, for you to incorporate with physical periodization, because in the technical part, it's about training using the ball. So you have to incorporate the physical one and the game models here and introduction of everything. It's a cycle that returns and comes back, starts again and comes back. It's a repetition, and for sure, with the time, after 6 weeks of playing, after 6 weeks, if you follow this plan effectively, after 6 weeks, your team will be able to play effectively and will be able to play efficiently and seamlessly, and the team will be familiar in their tasks and roles because of the simulations, because of the technical exposure and the methodological plan. So I advocate for technical position. Next video, I'll be talking about Macrocycle 2, that's called first leg in season training, where I'll take you through what's supposed to be done in Macro 2 and until I finish the post transition. Thank you guys. If you like my videos, like, follow, share, and also subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much, guys.